Welcome everyone to a replay cast. We have game number 2 now coming at you between Big Ego Crew here on the Legion side taking on Willowkeeper here once again on the Hellborn side. Going to be joined by a co-caster here for the replay. How's it going, Ramity?
Hey. It's going good. Going a little tired because it's 3 a.m., but
Yeah, we got
that's
a
what it is.
late night replay cast here. Fill some time.
Aye.
So that's all I'm going to do for the introduction. We got the bands actually already finished here. We kind of skipped through a little bit, skip some of the dull
Right.
moments here, but we'll go over it real fast. Thunderbringer, Clanks, Icor, banned by Big Ego Crew, King Clout, Engineer, and the Chipper, banned from the side of Willowkeeper. Does anything really stand out to you there? I think this is all
Nah, pretty
pretty
standard.
pretty normal.
Yeah. Nerf Thunder and Cloud, please, Han, and then we can move on from those bands.
Yeah, we actually got a hotfix patch coming later this week. So again, these are as I said in game number 1, if you guys did catch that one, this is a tournament match that took place over the past weekend here from the Honest tournament. And again, this is game number 2 now in this series. So Big Ego Crew is leading currently 1-0 here. They're trying to finish out the series. Willowkeeper's trying to force the third game here with a victory. Picks are underway though. We have Drunken Master as the first pick of the game, followed up by Andromeda and Monkey King. And so far we have a Moira pick to follow up the Drunken with one more pick coming out here. Um, I'll wait for this last pick to come out here before I ask you the ultimate question. What do you think about the draft so far? As we do have the bubbles there, finishing out the first
Strong
pick phase.
start for Big Ego Crew. Shorkan obviously fell in love with Drunken Master over the past few weeks. He's been drafting it almost every game he can. He's the one playing it also mostly. So it's just, I think the hero got slightly buffed or something happened to it, but the
Hmm.
cooldown reduction on the drink onto the stagger and the lunge is just crazy. It's almost impossible to catch that hero with like an Andromeda because it just disjoints everything. So it's a very strong hero right now. And Moira has been a very strong support for a very long time. So no surprises there. And Max plays an excellent Moira.
Hmm. Yeah, and I just want to talk quickly about the Drunken Master pick. So you pointed out the ability there to disjoint stuff. It's almost like you kind of need, I don't want to say hard CC, but something that kind of immobilizes or keeps him in place to really shut him down. Because heroes with these projectile stuns like the Andromeda, it's just very easy for the Drunken Master to kind of have his way with the laning phase. He's able to kind of combat
Right.
that stuff. But
He's
they do.
also very strong against melee heroes in lane. Much
Yeah, he's
harder beating.
getting on top of them with that stagger, getting in those auto attacks. Much easier than closing the gap to something like a ranged hero. But they follow it up with the bubbles, so a lot of lockdown there for the Drunken and possibly something to pick up there in the future. The secondary bans here are complete. We have Sir Bensington, Forsaken Archer, and Gemini from Willowkeeper. Cthulhu Font, Kraken, and Oogie banned by Big Ego Crew. So mostly carry bans, but we do see Kraken and Cthulhu on some of the Initiator style of heroes as they do end up picking up the Moraxis who is left on the board. Um, Thoughts on the secondary bans? Anything really
Mhm.
you noticed
I
there?
think,
Or?
yeah, secondary bands, not really anything noticeable. I know Zephyronte plays Cthulhu Funds a lot now these days.
Okay.
Sir Bensington is nice semi-carry to complete the Drunken Master as another semi-carry. So that's kind of understandable. And also the global presence with Bubbles is great, or with the Moira. So
Right, the
understandable ban with
Kelfield, yeah,
Oogie.
and the Vortex, good setups for the
And
Nightfall there.
Oogie
So
is just the Koget hero here, I think. And it would also make Hellborn Steve fight that much stronger. So I think Short can smart to ban that hero.
yeah, I think Oogie is always a good target for a ban. They're gonna go with the jungler here. It looks like Parasite gets picked up there following that Moraxis. So this looks to me like it will be something like an offlane Moraxis. I guess the possibility of something like a short lane Moraxis is there, but it's looking to me kind of to be more of like standard kind of lane setups with perhaps a Moraxis off lane, maybe a Monkey King mid, and then either an Andromeda plus another hero short lane, or the Andromeda maybe to pair with the Monkey King. That could be their position one hero, which actually we've been seeing a lot of one role Monkey King, I think, more so lately.
Hmm.
What do you think about the
Yeah.
one role Monkey King if they do decide to go for like another mid hero or another core that's not a scaling hero for Willowkeeper.
I think right now, since Big Eagle Big Eagle isn't really picking up a hard carry either, the one roll Monkey King could work, and it does a lot of damage, especially early game with the spells.
Right.
The physical paired up with the Andro as well, who obviously with the Aurora reduces enemies' armors, but
Mhm.
so together with that, I think Monkey King can be a solo core, but you don't want to go super late game with it. And with the Parasite, obviously there are some junglers that sometimes are running lanes. The Solstice come to mind, but the Parasite's quite decisively a jungle hero. Like there's not really another way to run that hero, so
Right.
we're definitely seeing a jungle from Hellborn.
So they pick up the Glacius and then the Puppet Master there in the final pick, finishing off their lineup. The Glacius pick is interesting to me. They go with another, I'll call it hard support, a hero that we don't typically see as like a secondary support. Can't really farm too well, so more traditional to the main support role.
Right.
But I think it's safe to say they picked that one up to kind of counteract the Parasite's early aggression, being able to freeze the creep. So they're kind of valuing that spell, I think, very heavily, and then they pick up another core to kind of compensate that. As I think they were going to do that anyway, picking up the Drunken. He's not really a hard carry; he's more of that secondary core. So the Puppet
Hmm.
Master will most likely be the position one this game. Um,
Yeah.
the question is whether or not they want to run an offensive or defensive makeup here with the Puppet Master. Um, but
Whoa, he random Malikan.
yeah, I was gonna say they picked Malakin, but there's a random actually. That's actually not the worst random I would say that they could get. I think Malakin is. I actually
Really?
think he's quite decent for this game.
Yeah.
Do you think that they would actually just
Wow.
go ahead and keep the Malakin?
I think they are going to. They were saying in the chat that they were actually thinking of picking up this hero, and it is
That's.
not even bad here.
Wait. So, all planned. We said Malakin. Oh wow, they actually wanted. That's funny.
That's
I don't
lucky.
know how often I see a team random in a competitive setting a hero that they actually wanted
Hmm.
to pick up.
I want to go back for a second to the Glacius pick you were talking about. That we
Yeah.
don't really see it as a second support, but Doghouse actually started to run it as a second support, if you remember, with a
Right. That's
restrain
true.
mean Glacius. And he always gets a lot of farm, like above 300 GPM, kind of just jungling, freezing creeps,
Hmm.
and ganking around. And when that Glacius comes out swinging with a PK stab, that's a scary thing.
Yeah, and he's got the marchers here, so he looks to be like he's going to be kind of roaming around between the lanes, maybe following the parasite around to be really disruptive to him. But
Right.
yeah, you talked about his ability to jungle, so he can just freeze the big camps and get his levels a little bit, pick up a
Yeah.
little farm.
Ward
Um,
by Super KG in the top lane spotted this 5-man rotation, so Parasite already preparing to go enemy jungle with the boots and mana potions.
Yeah, I was actually gonna bring that up. Super KG is playing support. That's not a role we've really seen him in his competitive history play. Does that surprise you to see him playing the Andromeda?
Yeah, a little bit, but I haven't really been seeing Super KG play any TMM or, Han lately besides tournaments. So
Hmm.
maybe he's feeling like he's not the most comfortable player on one of the core roles. Maybe one of these guys has played more Han recently than KG and is more comfortable on playing cores.
So Parasite, he does go for the Marchers here. He's gonna start in the Legion jungle. We had a ward placed by Glacius in the middle of Legion's jungle. Does Bubbles need to be worried about a Parasite ganking him with a Monkey King this game, do you feel?
I think he definitely needs to watch his aggressive shell source, because if Parasite walks behind him with perhaps a Minotaur, that can be devastating for the bubbles.
A lot of harassment already from top lane, forcing a health potion on the Malkin. I was watching mid lane as well. Monkey and Bubbles were going at it, both getting like below half life at level 1. So the players aren't really wasting too much time here. We might have a Bloodlust kill pretty early on
Dang.
if this kind of aggression level keeps up. But Drunken Master versus Meraxes. Um, already, look at Drunken. He's just kind of running at the
Yeah.
Meraxes. He hits level 2 first, so he gets the drink and the lunge. And you can
We
kind of
need to be
see there.
careful here. There are a lot of creeps on the lane. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, Meraxes is getting beaten down here by Drunken. So maybe this is why we're kind of seeing him kind of pop on the scene a little bit more. Bubble's going to do a defensive shell surf there in the mid lane. But top lane, it looks like Glacius is going to port down into his own jungle. So he is on the hunt for Parasite. He sees that he's not in his own jungle with that word of sight, or hasn't spotted him. He is expecting him to be here. Now Parasite is in a Vagabond leader. This is a very low HP Bubbles. He does not have to take cover, so he is going to have to be careful. Here comes the Vagabond leader. Will this be a kill? There's the nuke. One hit. And he
auto
doesn't go
attack.
for it.
Oh.
Oh, he leveled the Draining Venom. See, I don't like that. I
Oh, what?
I I would much rather like to see him go for the leech there. Um,
Especially if you're enemy jungle, like, isn't that the point to set up kills then? Oh, top lane.
top lane Malakin. Oh, Moira. Actually, they're gonna turn it around. I want to imagine they started that on the Malakin. Here comes a Comet Stun on the Puppet Master, but Malakin is quite low. Um, I was gonna say that Bubbles did have a golden apple, so the leech probably would not have killed him.
Right.
Parasite gonna jump out of his creep. This is a level 4 Parasite, but look at the damage from the Glacius using the Ice Imprisonment.
Oh, is he?
Now Glacius is
Okay.
manning up on the creeps. Parasite, again, he has the Draining Venom, so he is taking less damage. There's a freeze, but here comes the Leech. One more auto attack, and it looks like Parasite wins the battle here against the Glacius. That's, well, that's a level 2 fighting a level 4, so Dutch perhaps just got a little overconfident. Monkey King, though, haste rune. No mana as he needs to time the bottle sips there between the tower hits, but how's the bot lane matchup going? 18 and 2 Drunken Master against a 14 and 0 Moraxis. Man, I gotta say, I really do like seeing the drink mechanic coming back into the game. I feel like that's a really fun mechanic. Now this
Oh,
could be a kill
definitely.
here. He's got another stagger. There's the golden apple. Good patience from Zephyronte there on the Moraxis. I think he would have fell to that auto attack if he didn't use the apple there. Parasite and
Glacius
Glacius.
in the jungle.
Oh, it's so close, but I think Parasite's gonna get the distance here. He's gonna take over the
Oh
creep.
no.
Oh, that was very greedy. I think he would have been fine. But maybe the looter tier would have gotten the kill nonetheless. He would have had mana
I
for
feel like
another.
there was many ways to live there. He could have probably just pressed B and W and buy a health bottle in the shop as he was right next to it
Hmm.
and get some life back. Unless it was on cooldown.
That's Puppet
Unfortunate.
Master doing top lane 26 and 3 against a 14 and 2 Malakin. I don't think that's really surprising. They did start off with a tri lane.
Yeah,
Um,
even without a tri lane, it's double range lane, so every time Melican walks up, he's gonna take some beatings to the face.
so team Master, Puppet and Drunken Master are at the top of the GPM chart so far. Even Bubbles, he's 315 gold per minute. Glacius comes into the mid lane here. I don't think Bubbles wants to go into the tower as he could possibly die to the vaults with tower hits.
Damn.
Um,
Alright, yeah. He
yeah,
needs to
just
be careful.
Glacius's presence alone here is kind of forcing Monkey King to. Oh, that's a
Oh, he
nice
goes for the
combo.
Glacius.
Glacius is going to go down, but it is going to be a trade. And I think as good of a play as that was from the Monkey King, I think that still is going to favor Big
Top
Ego
lane, mid
Crew
lane,
getting the
top lane.
kill on the
Oh,
bubbles. Skeleton King Parasite here. This should be a kill on the Puppet Master. Moira is taking heavy pressure here, but there's the port from Glacius. Um, Parasite probably going to jump out of his creep here.
Glacius getting a bit overzealous there. Trying to chase three heroes, but
Oh, bot lane, we have a lot of Axis hitting, but Meraxis, he's out of mana currently, and Junkin does have a bottle. He's
got the
going in
stick.
with the lunge, and there's the doing, as I like to call it. Drunken Master sending him in the air, and well, after he gets sent in the air, he
Dang.
disappears. Monkey King is in the tower here. There's the Soul Trap and the Kelfield used, but no tower hits hitting. Oh, there is one actually. That might be the difference maker. He cannot use his bottle sips, and here comes Dutch ownage on the Glacius for the kill secure, so they will bring him down. Little, that was interesting. I caught that one at the beginning where Monkey King was like already in the Tower of Bubbles. I felt like that was kind of already a greedy position to be in. But
I didn't catch the beginning of that. I was watching Moraxis still, kind of. But yeah, definitely a greedy position for Monkey King if he gets caught there. Oh, Parasite gets frozen in the Minotaur. Here's Moira, but smartly, he should leave.
yeah, this is probably a dead Parasite, and now Andromeda's probably dead as well. This could be a chain feed, honestly. That haste rune is just too powerful. Malikan was thinking about coming over, but I mean, just not really
Bottom
able to do
lane,
much.
Moraxis just pops the Matrix, and
Yep.
very scared Drunk is gonna kill him, but alright, he's gonna back off. He's gonna rush phase, yeah. This is what I was talking about in the picking phase. Like, Drunken Monster versus Melee Heroes is very, very strugglesome for the enemy.
Top lane, Malikan is gonna get Mana Sundered here, but this is just the two supports. There is not the threat of Puppet Master here.
Here comes Dan, the Mannequin does have possession, so possibly could went for the Moira. Mid lane, Parasite going on bubbles.
There's
Does
the
get a
vault.
fake
Silence
combo.
comes out. Now he doesn't have mana for
Yeah.
a Shell Serp. It was on cooldown anyway. Oh, Volca goes down there on the bubbles. So Parasite, he's had his presence felt. He is currently the top GPM. He is 300 gold per minute. The 3-2 stat line. He's level
Go for
6.
the Halberd team. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Top for his team. Glacia's going to take some heavy pressure here from the Monkey King. By the way, what do you think about him not skilling his slam and he goes 3 points into the dash? I find that to be a little odd. He's
Top
not
lane, hold that thought.
maxing the vault. Yeah, Puppet Master most likely gonna fall here. He's gonna have to do a juke in the trees, but there's the Aurora. Oh, Golden Apple comes out. He's doing a nice juke. He avoids the sword throw. That was a really nice juke as they bought time for Bubbles to come in with the three-man Kelpfield. They do snipe out the Andromeda, but it looks like they don't have damage to bring down the Malikan, and now they're thinking about
Bottom
turning it around. There's a
lane,
sword throw.
Moraxis versus
Up. He's gonna go in. He ports to it. There's the shards of Archon though. Did they bait this all along? The Shell Serp comes back up. And Parasite, he cannot get a kill. Monkey King is here. They do get the kill onto the bubbles, but they did lose their Malik, and Parasite is going to get frozen by the Glacius here. Monkey King thinking about going back in. There's the dash and the vault, and the port will not be here in time as Puppet Master does respawn with the Voodoo Puppet available.
just a quick note that in the meantime, Drunken Master solo killed Moraxis again.
Hmm.
So that should be the third death. No, the second death on Zephyronte on Moraxis. Really struggling, and I'm not sure how he's gonna get a peek at this game because they have Monkey King, Mannequin, and Parasite probably gonna be soaking a lot of farm.
Yeah, and Andro's down here, but he can just, there we go, he can just lunge the, or stagger the, I always say those backwards, he can just stagger the Comet Stun, and this is where Junkin is just so, look, he even goes back in, doings him, and he's got another lunge up. Andromeda's like, well, I guess I'll just let him walk away because I can't stun him.
That's pretty frustrating, but yeah, it is what it is.
Failed Rider Glacius, by the way, in the mid lane.
Oh, oh, he's gonna find
Oh,
Andrew.
his smoke got broken. He should know somebody's up here.
How did he see him? Oh well.
So, what do you think Drunken's gonna go for this game?
I could see.
Rip, he bought an item.
Yeah. I was gonna say I could see like Thought-Bulwark Demonic way.
Okay.
Maybe with the helm first if he wants to be frontline kind of guy. Because Halberd team does have a lot of physical damage. Wouldn't even have minded. Well, no, I think he needs Ghost Smashers for mobility. I was gonna suggest Armor Boots even, but I think he does need Ghost Smashers for his mobility. So that's
So,
the question.
Drunken typically buys, or he typically needs a Shrunken Head. Do you think he needs one this game? Is there enough magic damage to warrant him buying one?
I think not. I think the Moraxis is the most magic damage dealer. Maybe besides the Parasite.
There's
If he
the
doesn't
shield
go for
popped. Arcane, or sorry, Bladed Greaves on the drunk. I can't talk. The Moraxis, by the way. And look at Drunken. He just has no fear. He just runs him down. Meanwhile, top lane, there's an Arcane Vortex, but we do have a Wild Hunter Parasite here. He might snipe out the. Yep. He's gonna get
Love
the
it.
kill on the Puppet Master. Moira's gonna get dove here. Shards of Argon stuns up both. Double ports are coming in. That is Drunken. And probably. Oh, one of them gets stopped actually in the mid lane. Bubbles does go down. I think it was his port. Parasite is gonna fall to Drunken Master. But that was Monkey King's, I think, stopping the port of Bubbles, and he actually ends up killing him.
Oh, that's a great job by Monkey King. I think it's, they communicated a little better that he's gonna stop Bubbles TP, then maybe Parasite could have lived if he ran with his teammates, because possession was up for Malika, so I think they did have the crowd control to kind of scare off the Drunken, but it is what it
Hmm.
is.
Glacius could be in some trouble here. Monkey King, he's gonna go in with the
Oh,
slam. Doesn't get his second vault off, and that's gonna mean
he's dead.
he goes down. Puppet and Moira were just too close in the area.
Good reaction by Dungeon. Gracious, he froze him before he could vault again, even though he was coming in from fog.
Hmm. Yeah, the immobilize from Glacius is very strong against these really mobile heroes.
Oh yeah, Monkey King is also one of those heroes like Drunken. Without these, like, well, Monkey King is not strong against projectiles, but without proper lockdown on Monkey King, he's very hard to catch.
Hmm. So Drunken, he's now transitioned to this top lane. They have rotated Puppet Master down to the jungle. He's got the Whispering Helm picked up with the Steam Boots. So possibly maybe going the old school build here with the Shroud after the Whispering. We'll have to wait and see what he goes for, but bot lane, we actually have an Arcane Vortex on the Moraxis. Looks like that was a defensive Arcane Vortex.
Looks like, yeah. I didn't catch it, unfortunately, but didn't seem like they wanted to do anything. But Bubba's is down here now, so if Gorax is not careful, I think Bubba's can
Drunken, he's
solo
gonna
him
get
with
feared
his
by the
enchant.
possession. There's the Comet stun. Facehug connects. Drunken is. Oh my god, is he gonna live? He has the Mighty Blade. Oh my god, he actually escapes versus
That's a
three
kill.
players. Wow. You gotta be
That's a
kidding
kill
me.
there. Anyway, meanwhile in the bottom lane, as I was saying, Meraxis was not careful enough and went after the Bubbles combo with half HP only.
Right, they got the kill on the Meraxis. And I was gonna say, he is not close to his portal key whatsoever. He only has 230 gold per minute. Definitely struggling from that lane against the Drunken Master. Speaking of him,
-3 this time
not
for
too sure what Shortcan was doing over there. Uh, I think he
he
definitely got
didn't have a
overconfident.
ward, so I'm not sure either.
Was he even still low life from the top lane engagement?
Yeah, I think he was like about 40% life when he was in there. Not exactly sure, but maybe he wanted to set up a kill with Bubbles, but didn't know he doesn't have kill. I'm confused, but uh, we'll ask him at another time.
Maybe. I'll leave that to you. We have Bubbles going for the spell shards. I think that's quite normal.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
pretty standard.
but yeah, Drunken is going the Shrunken Head, which we were both saying, or well, you were saying, I was in agreement with you that he probably didn't need it this game, but it's gonna give him a lot of free
Yeah,
reign, regardless.
doesn't hurt, I suppose, to have a shrunken.
Can definitely use his stagger and lunge a bit more freely. Now he is getting spotted here. They're gonna go with a face hug. There's the grip from the Skeleton King,
Alright.
and Sharkan dies
Okay,
two
I was
times in a
gonna
row,
be
unfortunately.
very angry if he got out of there.
Yeah, that's actually a codex on the parasite, so I think the burst damage kind of helping them out there.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Puppet Master, he is almost 400 GPM. Bubble's actually overtaking the top GPM of the game with Drunken falling twice in a row. But Monkey King, light brand, 400 gold per minute. He is actually picking up his farm quite nicely.
Yeah, he was quite shut down mid lane, but he's doing a good job of recovering, and even Meraxis is getting somewhere near the PK. He's at 260 GPM, not the worst in the world, but he only has bottom lane to farm.
Mid lane Parasite gonna get swapped by Andromeda. Bubbles takes cover. I think that they messed that up.
Yeah, I'm angry with Master here. I think they should have waited for the Parasite to come out and silence him
Hmm.
before they did anything else.
Yeah, I don't really like the idea of the swap there. It doesn't really keep Bubbles from using his stuff.
Yeah. Perhaps we'll see Hellfire later or Parasite, which will make it easier to kill the bottles for sure. But I
Mhm.
don't think it's generally a bad item in this game right now. Can Hellfire a lot of players. Glacius
Glacius mid
getting
lane, he's gonna
oh
get the freeze here. No, he actually doesn't.
oh
I felt like he was in range there for the freeze.
yeah, for sure, I think so. Maybe he
Maybe
was just not
Dutch's
careful.
fingers got a little slippery there. Too many
Top lane,
Cheetos,
lunge
perhaps.
on the Malikan.
Yeah, Malikan's
Someone
very
see?
low. Well, they should turn this one around though. They have the ports coming in now. Drunken, he's gonna giddy up
Yeah,
out
they're
of
not
there.
catching that guy.
They need a they need a portal key on the Meraxes, I think. If they're gonna be
For
catching
sure.
Drunken Master.
Monkey is
Monkey King
showing
though,
500
he's
move speed, but
yep.
not gonna be enough.
Drunken's gonna just stop and take a little sip of his beer.
Morax is a little closer to his peak now. So he has it about, I think, maybe 2 minutes.
About
Luckily.
500 more gold. It's level 11 there. It would be nice timing to get the
Mid
portal
lane,
key. Yep, mid
Drunken goes
lane.
on the Monkey, but actually the one one Jin slab actually cancels the lunge, which is
Yes, it
interesting to note.
does. There's the two applications of the
Oh,
stun. So,
oh, poor
oh,
Moraxis.
I missed that one. Oh, Puppet Master actually got here. Meanwhile, we have a Parasite stalking the mid lane, but Andromeda's kind of running in, like making it obvious that something's up.
Yeah.
There's a stun on the
Oh,
Drunken. Do they have the damage though? Drunken, he gets the lunge up. There's the grip from the Skeleton King canceling it, and Drunken will fall. Now the ports are here from Big Ego Crew. They do have a kelp field.
man.
Bubbles is gonna go for the Parasite. It looks like. Oh, he missed the silence actually, but it's not gonna matter. Moira Forge catches him
Alright.
with the kill field, so yeah, the damage
Oh,
anyway.
oh. Skelly of Malikan went down to the Glacius Freeze as well. So, rest in peace, Skelly.
So, do you like the Malkin going for the Whispering here, or do you feel like he should have went for something like an Insanitarius first, to kind of beef himself up a bit, or what are your thoughts on what he's done so far?
Man, I think with the perhaps with the Whispering Helm pickup, it's alright to go the no, sorry, with the Mystic Westman's pickup, it's alright to go the Whispering Helm route. But I definitely would have liked to see just an Insanitaries first and then maybe a Whispering Helm, because he's gonna get ganked a lot, or I don't know. They really were not letting him just free farm in the top lane, so he needs the extra HP. And it's only 350 GPM, so it's not like the Whispering has increased his farm a whole
Hmm.
lot.
Yeah, I feel like the Whispering Home just feels really slow. In comparison to the Puppet, who has the splash like built in, he can kind of just sustain himself.
Maybe
Um,
even could have went for
Elder?
Thundercloak for faster build
Oh, okay.
or something like that for faster farming, but he would have definitely been ganked heavily and died a lot of times.
I do like the idea of the Insanitarius Whispering Helm build this game because he's against a lot of physical
Oh, bottom
damage.
lane, Meraxis. Close again.
Oh no, he's so close to his portal key.
No,
I feel like
the
that's kind of been the
force is
story
not
of the
there.
last like 4 minutes for Moraxis. He's
Yeah,
0-5-0, never
it's
lucky.
unfortunate. Cannot really do much with Moraxis without your portal key. You can, especially not against Jordan, you can just run it and what do you do?
The forward chair gonna be spawned. Moira has a portal key, by the way. I feel like Mex always has a core item before 20 minutes when he's playing support,
Oh yeah,
and
this game
that's
is
such a
definitely.
huge item pickup for the Moira.
Oh
He even
yeah,
has higher GBM than the Glacius, who's playing the secondary support. Who, by the way, is going for the staff. Mid lane, we have the Facehug and the Codex coming out. Drunken getting vaulted on there.
Mass DP is coming in though.
Yeah, they have a double damage rune on the Monkey King. There's a double kelp on the two cores. There's a soul trap. Oh, Malikan, that's a good showdown target.
Oh no.
Monkey was forced to fall back, so he didn't get beaten down by his teammate there. But they do use the double damage. Monkey King is going the Dawnbringer, it looks like.
Oh yeah.
And there's the Insanitarius now picked up on the Malikan. So we haven't really talked about the Golden XP lead at all this game, but at 20 minutes we have a 5,600 gold lead for Big Ego Crew. Um, but we have the Hellborn at an experience advantage, and that I think is due to the jungler. Level 13 on
Definitely.
the Parasite compared to the level 9 here of Glacius, or I guess you could even say level 10 of Moira, their second lowest. But
Hmm.
oh, we didn't talk about the Parasite Codex this game. Do you like that over something like a puzzle box?
Uh, Not necessarily, to be honest. But yeah, against the glaciers maybe, yeah. Because
Hmm.
the glaciers just kind of freezes the puzzle box and then it kind of loses its effect. So yeah, I guess I do like it a bit more.
But is it
Could have went
still worth
for.
it to go it and make him freeze it?
Eh, well, I think it's not terrible either, right? It's not terrible this game. You could have also went for something more team supportive, like a health logo or something like that, where he does help his team a bit more than just removing one guy. But looking at the
Oh,
Legion team,
Bubbles
they do
just
have like
scouted out the
Legion
Kongor, by the
supers.
way. Malakin is very low. Um,
Instantly pop the
that
swarm.
was a. Oh, they have a ward on the ancient
Hmm.
hill here.
Sneaky ward.
Very cheeky ward there from Mex, as his wards tend to be.
That doesn't get that usually doesn't get countered by the counter wards placed for the clipped wards, right?
Hmm.
They usually pair them with the wards, so it's very very easy.
If the Moira respawn is going to be taken out immediately. Now, Bubbles, he's thinking about maybe going in for the snipe. Not going to do
Right.
it, though. Parasite, he's going to open on the Bubbles, and boom! That's a freaking insta-kill. 900 HP Bubbles deleted. What level is that Codex? It's level 3, actually. That's a lot of
Yeah.
damage. It is 700, I believe, or 600. But if he maxes it out, it does do up to 900 magic damage.
No mid lane.
Showdown on the Moraxis. He gets doinked in the air. He gets mana sundered. He couldn't get his vortex or his matrix off.
Right. Right.
There's a vortex. Speaking of that spell, on the Monkey King. Chunkin is used here by Junkin. They do get the Moira kill. Monkey gets doinked in the air. Strunkin gets a double tap. There's a buyback from Monkey. Malakin, will he port to his sword throw is the question. No. Drunken Master gonna get face hugged here. Monkey's zooming around. Whoa, he's so fast. Everyone's so fast in this game.
Yeah. We only need blitz here.
He's 504 movement speed on the Monkey King. With the Nimbus Cloud and the
Hmm.
Searing Light and the Ghost Marchers.
Oh yeah.
Really fast.
It's very mobile here. Yeah. Looks like Hellborn has got a bit of momentum going for them. Did they get their Congo? They got their Congo, right?
3 minutes ago, this was a 6,000 gold lead. It's now down to under 4,000. And the experience lead has grown. And I think with a lineup like this, I think the experience is very significant.
Definitely.
As they start to get the level 16s on their heroes. Parasite goes in
Oh,
very
Parasite.
aggressive. That was
Parasite there.
a little bit YOLO. I don't think the team was on the same page. That's not
Yeah.
going to work out for them. They do get the tower though.
That's a very tanky Glacius, by the way, with the Mighty Blade and the Glowstone at the same time, so
It's not your
Parasite
everyday Glacius.
underestimated.
That's a Dutch ownage Glacius.
Yeah.
Monkey King could be in some trouble here, bottom. Oh my god, didn't he? Oh, he didn't catch him with the strings.
Ah.
Huge Soul is fat fingering now. As we had we had Dutch fat finger in mid lane earlier. And you know what? He
All
actually
right.
even bought a portal key there for a second, but he sold it. He
Oh,
decided not to use it.
Monkey is on the red ward here. He's gonna get spotted
He's
out at the
zipping
same
around. He
time.
does get stunned. That was the Kelfield. Here comes Malakin. He is going to get the final auto attack there on the Moira right as the Arcane Vortex connects. Now he does come out slow. There's the swap from Andromeda,
Nice.
and they are looking for a target here as Bubbles does surf. And here comes the Quakestone though from Miraxis. It only catches the Glacius. There's the Matrix as Puppet Master does open out of the shot. Shrunken is spot by the Drunken Master, and they will get the kill on the Andromeda. Now Glacius will fall as they did bring down the Puppet Master with Malakin. They're looking for more. There are no buybacks currently in this fight. Bubbles uses a defensive shell serve. Malakin gonna miss with the sword throw there. And a lot of players are very low here. Drunken Master is still alive. As
Oh, really?
Parasite, he currently has Codex level 4, he's in the Legion's jungle. But look at the lead, Ramity. The gold lead is almost negated. It's down to 700,
Hmm.
down to 650 gold lead for Big Ego Crew now.
And I think Hellborn's hitting their timing right now, and they are picking smart fights. They are not well. Besides the parasite going into their base, not
They don't have a
overextending,
vortex here for
picking
30
up.
seconds.
They really want to go on this parasite, but he's just a bit too fast with the skeleton king on the bottom lane, and not gonna result in any kill. And well, yeah, the gold lead is now almost identical, so the game is anyone's game right now.
Monkey and Malekith are actually the two top farmers in the game. Puppet Master, he's not going for a Shrunken, he's going for a Hellflower. I think that that's actually a little understandable, but you know, he still has to deal with the Meraxis in his face. The one
Hmm.
I was going to mention to you was Malikan. He goes for a Soul's Bulwark. Are we going to see a full Demonic Breastplate, or do you think he's going to go for a Shrunken before?
I really think he needs a shrunken
I think he
before
needs a Shrunken as well, and that was my point, is
100%.
that I think it already
My
is kind
per
of greedy to
Yeah,
have waited this long for it.
right.
Oh,
And
and he
he's
actually
oh
is going the
no.
demonic. Against
That's
heroes
I
like
think
Puppet
that's
Master and
actually
Bubbles and Moira, I feel like you really need that Shrunken to
I
be
think
able to attack freely in fights. Now Bubbles, he just
that's a
gets
low
swapped
key
here.
throw. Oh,
There's a nice Storm Spirit on the Monkey King, preventing any follow-up. They're gonna waste that swap for nothing, as again they couldn't lock down the Bubbles. So hopefully, maybe something like a Hellflower on Monkey King as the next item, or even the Meraxis. Looks like he has an Arcana. They're working on some Hellflowers. Um,
hmm. I think Helper
Puppet
is a
is.
very good item for Helper in this game. Sorry,
Yeah,
continue.
no, no, you're fine. I was just gonna say Puppet is well working on his own. He's about to finish it. I think he needs about one creep, or maybe he has just enough for the third Arcana piece here. Um,
Hmm. Oh, yeah. That
pause,
was
pause, get wrecked.
threw me off a bit. The
Yeah, we
tower's
don't.
taking a lot of damage for Hellborn. Is this tower gonna go down to freeze time?
No.
I just one of my pet peeves is seeing creeps taking down towers when everyone's alive.
Hmm. Parasite Codex 5. He's gonna run into a Moira Forge. Uses the
Uh,
face hug there. I think he can kill it with the just the Codex and the Leech. I think he should probably.
what's the cooldown on the codex? 22 seconds. So it's about 5 seconds difference for the face hug set.
Well, if you want to be technical, 8, but
Right.
who's
Okay,
counting?
fair enough, fair enough.
Who's counting?
EU math not working, sorry.
Glacius is really close to his staff, by the way. Now, what are the odds he's gonna get to channel this staff ulti for very long?
Let me
Because he does
see.
not
So
have.
Meraxis is not gonna stun him because he's gonna stun someone else.
Right.
Malikan should not be able to stand on top of him while he possesses him. So I think the only cancel is gonna be the monkey or the
Field
parasite.
routed
So
Malik in here, by the way. This is a little
oh, he
interesting.
finishes his staff now.
Is
Interesting.
Malikan the hero that you really want veiled rotting? He doesn't really have like
Oh
the
yeah.
burst power. Now Puppet is
I think your
shrouded up
soul
here.
notices the area of demonic, so that gank's not gonna pay off. And that counter ward by Super KG next to the cliff barely misses Max's ward. Look at that.
Oh wow.
Very
Yeah.
close. Bound die on Meraxis, so
Hmm.
they're gonna have that tool now to counter some max wards.
Monkey King's going for a shroud. I almost feel like a second Hellflower would be a little better.
Oh, I
Um,
agree.
because I feel like they lack the ability to hold Bubbles and Drunken in place. Speaking of Bubbles,
Right.
he needs to practice his auto take or his take cover skills. Volka's not really reacting too good here. That's like
That counter is going there.
Moraxis is gonna jump the Glacius here. Mana Sunder countering on the Moraxis. Malikan just jumps into a
Oh, here comes the
stun. There's the
stun.
Glacial Downpour, and yeah, this is where we were talking, or you were talking about that low-key throw of the Demonic pickup. Not having a Shrunken, man, he just melts to the Glacius, let alone the follow-up.
Imagine your carry dying 2 seconds before.
I mean, the thing is, as a Malikan, you have one job, and your job is to attack. And if you can't attack in the fight because you're getting CC'd, And there's a Puppet Master, there's a Moira, there's a Glacius.
This
There's just too much crowd control for you to not have a Shrunken Head.
this demonic pickup is gonna bite them in the ass even more. Like now that Glacius has staff, obviously, and like the later the game goes, the more Malikins is gonna die in fight, and the later he's gonna actually finish his Shrunken. So this is kind of like a spiraling effect out of control. He's gonna lose way more by finishing that demonic.
Yeah, and it's not to say that Demonic is a bad pickup, it's just not a good pickup right now.
Right? The order is wrong, I would say.
hmm
Demonic is fine, but he needed a Shrunken like way before.
hmm And I feel like as well, if they wanted that aura like right now, it could have maybe went to Monkey King. Um,
Or even
they could have
Parasite.
had
He doesn't
the Soul's
really
Bulwark, I
need the
think,
level
on
5
Monkey King instead of
combos.
this broadsword. I do still think I do want to see a Hellflower on the Monkey King with a Hellflower on the Maraxis. I think they need two, one for the bubbles and one for the Drunken Master.
Right. I feel like yeah, Hellborn needs to itemize a little smarter because I feel like they have three Hellflower carriers and they don't have a Hellflower yet. So I think that item is super core in this game for them to
So
actually win.
what are we going to see the Parasite go for next? Is he going for something like a Portal Key? He's kind of gone for this all-in burst one guy strategy. Um,
Yeah,
and that's another
or
thing. He could have also been the guy going Abyssal Demonic, um,
or Hellflower.
which
Yeah.
which which I think is just naturally better on a Parasite than a Codex.
Oh wait, bubbles. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Carry on.
So
Bubbles
I
was smoking up. He's gone.
so yeah, I think the Parasite could have went the Auras this game and just
Oh
kind
yeah.
of let the cores go for other items.
Oh, Bubbles almost gets caught there, but and yeah, you're absolutely right. I think I suggested it earlier that Parasite could have went for the demonic himself or the abyssal,
hmm
and I'm not. As we were talking about that, Puzzle Box is also kind of countered by Glacius this game, especially with staff, right? And so there is not like neither of these builds are too ideal, the Codex or the Puzzle Box, so he might as well just go a third alternative build where he just supports his team with that demonic, abyssal, even hellflower.
hmm
I would have probably liked that the most.
Shieldbreaker pickup on the Drunken. It's level 3, so he's had it for a while. It's 418 gold per minute. This is not a hero that really farms super fast, but um, he is able to keep up like around this 400 GPM quite consistently. I feel
Right.
like um, we could maybe see a demonic on him next to follow up the Shieldbreaker, and he'll just be this big physical presence. Which
Okay, bubbles.
oh, did he get caught here? I saw him in the trees for a while, and he was playing very patiently. It looks like he maybe stepped out and showed himself. Maybe perhaps thought they were gone. There is nothing like the Congors up or anything like that though, so
Monkey King
perhaps.
picks up a shroud, by the way. Maybe that's what caught him off guard.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing the broadsword being built into. Um, but yeah, maybe they caught him out with the shroud.
Yeah. Let's see if Malik can actually change his mind about Shrunken, because he does have 600 gold, so technically he could sacrifice his buyback to build the Mighty Blade.
Mid
Obviously, he
lane,
doesn't.
Veilrod Andro with the shroud monkey. He has the Boundai now. They're gonna run into Puppet Master. He has the Shrunken. He's going to use it to disjoint uh, that Comet Stun. He does a really nice job of Hellflowering the Andro there to prevent the swap when he goes for the TP. That was a good
Right.
presence of mind from Puppet Soul there to
Hmm.
realizing he couldn't really make a turn with the Shrunken Head. Good reactions.
Yeah, for sure. Good heads up play there by Puppet Soul, aka Captain Hook.
Yeah, whatever the heck that name. That's not Puppet Soul. I like the
Nice.
other name better. Glacius, I think, is he going PK? I think PK, maybe then Shrunken after.
Oh yeah. Nah, I think that's pretty fair. I think PK will allow him to get his ulti off in most of the fights. And Moira is looking to set up something here, but he's gonna get level 5 Codex in the face. I mean, the illusion is.
Sing.
And yeah, there's the peak on Glacius. Gonna farm it in the bottom lane. He hits 16 as well, so he's gonna be dealing some very serious damage with the Glacial Torrent.
Both teams have an eye. We can kind of see them doing a lot of dewarding. Monkey King using his eye right there as well. So the wards, the vision definitely kind of running low for both sides. Monkey King and Moraxis are here in the area. Glacius is not showing himself though. He's doing a nice little juke in the trees there. But
But
oh, is he think? Oh, he's thinking about coming out.
oh, coming out of the
Don't do
comfy.
it. Don't do it. Oh, Monkey King shrouds the other way though, so
Okay.
they might not run into each other. It's a game of cat and mouse. Who's gonna Who's gonna peek? They do see Parasite farming on the lane.
Yeah.
Now Malikan's here. Still no Shunkin on the Malikan. That's kind of really holding them
Oh,
back
two
from
flash
taking a team bet, I think,
Yeah.
which he's about to have completed here. He'll probably get rid of the vestments, I would imagine. Keep the chalice for now.
So he hesitating about
Oh boy,
maybe
they're porting down
getting
here.
some
Now they
gold.
are only three. They do have Puppet Master in mid lane. Bubbles and Moira are going to blink away. Glacius is still in a pretty offensive position. Now, if Malakan tries to TP, they might be able to stop his TP. He does port in the
Mm-hmm.
trees, so it's a good
Right.
spot to port. Ports to mid lane, actually. Now, Puppet Master is in the jungle here, currently not shrouded. Malakan gonna sword throw to the camp. That was very risky. As now top lane, they're gonna get the catch there on the Moraxis. That was with the help of the Hellflower from Puppet Master. Monkey King, he wants blood though. He is on the hunt here. And he's going to. Is it? Can he cancel that actually? I don't think
I
the
don't
vault.
think he can.
I don't think vault cancels TPs. It just displaces their position.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So a good escape by Legionnaire was actually quite narrow. The Puppet Master also got dusted by Andromeda, but was just out of swap range already, so no exchange kills for the Hellbent.
Drunken's got 4,000 gold, by the way, so he's thinking about what he wants to go. I mean, if it's a demonic, he could possibly just buy it all in full in about 1,500 or so gold. How much is the demonic? I always forget. Is it
5.5?
5,200? So he'll
Okay,
probably sell maybe the power supply or the bottle. Um,
right.
do you think he would alternatively go for something like a Hellflower, or do you think the demonic is just the right item here?
The demonic is just so beautiful in that build. He just finishes it perfectly, so I think he's gonna go for it definitely.
Kind of counteracts the Hellborn's demonic as well.
Mm-hmm. And overall, it's just a great aura item to help your team.
Ooh, bot lane. Are they gonna maybe jump here? No, there is Malikan in the area. Moira's gonna sunder the
This is
Malikan.
only a Moira for now.
Yeah, Bubbles actually ported to top lane, so next gonna
Yeah,
TP out in the trees.
this time Moraxis will be fine. He's been pretty heavily ganged this game.
He's almost got
Taking
his
the game.
Hellflower. Not really
Yeah,
farming the best. He could even break his
farming the
chalice
best.
for one of the pieces to be even slightly more efficient.
Be a little
Drunken
bit
just bought something. I did miss it, but we'll see it in a sec.
I
I,
trust
I, I honestly think it is the demonic though.
you.
But
5.2k makes sense that he gets it now. It's flying out in about 5 seconds. He's
he
very
did
much
sell the
flying
bottle
out.
as well. That was 300 gold worth. And there it is, the demonic breastplate. He's got like the holy trinity, the shield breaker, shrunken demonic.
Oh,
Meanwhile, fight mid
Bubbles
lane.
gets
Bubbles
caught.
gets caught here. He's gonna get face hugged. He does have a buyback. He might use it here. We'll see. Monkey King does pop the shrunken. They are on the retreat.
Oh,
Big Ego
Lucius
Crew
though.
is thinking about maybe taking this fight. Here comes the shrunken. Is down now from Drunken Master. He's gonna get sheeped up by. Wait, who did he get sheeped by? He goes down. Malik and pops the shrunken. Puppet Master is here in the middle of the fight. Moraxis is going to go down. Puppet Master and Malikan fighting. Malikan's going to win that battle as he gets more attack speed on low life. Now Bubbles is here with a buyback. There's the Codex coming in from the Parasite. And they will take out the Moira Forge as well. So that was a dieback on the Bubbles.
We'll
And
see how much damage and
Hellborn
she
won
dodges.
that fight.
Yeah.
Was I mistaken? Was there a sheepstick on the drunken? Did he get sheeped?
Actually it was just
I think I
no,
saw that
no
wrong because
sheepstick on
there is no
there's no
sheepstick.
sheepstick on their Hellborn. Yeah. So
Yeah, that
I
was
guess
weird. Moira does go down, by the way. Malikan is gonna get puppet showed here as they did buyback on the puppet master. Malikan kind of hanging around a little bit too long. I think he low life hitting the tower as well. I was a little
yeah.
caught up in.
He got puppet showed, he got swapped, maybe he was trusting his Andrew, but the puppet show kinda brought him back into puppet's
Okay,
range.
yeah. I kind of got caught up in this whole. Did you see when they jumped the drunken with the Maraxis stun? I thought I could have swore he got sheeped.
Uh
Maybe it was just
I
his
didn't I
effects or
didn't
something.
catch that, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm probably just
Yeah.
hallucinating because there's no sheep sticks on Hellborn.
Yeah.
So
We
I
can
don't know.
check that in the replay after, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll write it in the comments.
I mean, people generally write in the comments, Wig, you're blind, or Wig, I swear you're always unaware of game mechanics.
Wig,
Yeah,
why you always miss fights?
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know. I'm not the smartest person, but yeah, thus we must continue. Uh, Puppet did finish the Ganjuro, so although he bought back, he still has another big item plus 3,000 gold saved up.
It's very good.
Nearing 600 gold per minute, by the way.
He has taken over the top farm in the game. Quite quietly, to be honest. I didn't really notice it
Mhm.
until now. And Hellborn is gonna attempt a counter themselves, maybe?
3,600 gold on Parasite. That is a lot of gold.
Oh, Andrew is gonna get frozen by the glaciers here at the bottom area, and Bubbles is in also close, but they're not gonna go for the kill as they
Mhm.
figure that they are doing Congo and in the area. Parasite, by the way, that did go for the PKH
A lot of
as
ports
they
top
picked
lane.
that. Oh,
They're gonna try to catch Drunken here. There's the Hellflower. There's the stun. Drunken gets. Oh my god, he gets his
oh,
shotgun.
please.
No.
No.
Oh, he goes back in.
Oh
What?
my god.
Wow.
Thank you.
He almost he almost lived, and that was a Hellflower from Meraxis, combo from the Parasite.
Oh yeah.
That's
The
the debuff,
mhm.
the
I was gonna point
evasion
that out.
debuff duration from Drink. I mean, damn.
It is mental how he almost escaped there. I was almost certain that he's gonna get away, but Andrew got his hopes up at the last second. I think Hellborn has been planning to do Congo for a while, but they never really got the chance to, as Vigi's doing a very good job of keeping all three lanes pushed. And look at the lanes,
Wrong
top
form on
lanes.
the demonic. Shortcan put it on positive when they did Kong on Big Ego Crew, and I was so happy. And I didn't say anything about it either. But they're not using the positive demonic for Team Aura.
Shaking my head.
F in the chat.
Oh,
Oh, they
Max is
tried to.
summoning his. Oh, okay. Monkey King gets
Maraxis
mana
tried
now.
to jump somebody by the cliff. I actually missed that. Was there a bubbles or something over there? Maybe.
I was busy trying to watch the Conger maybe being stolen by Max's illusion or Bubbles' shelter, so not gonna be successful. I wasn't watching top, sorry.
Okay, Monkey King. He's listening to our cast from the future. You know, this is a replay, but he's building a Hellflower finally, and I think that is just such a good pickup this game. Um, as
100%.
he is about to finish that pretty soon. He could
Yeah,
actually
he's
buy
fine.
that from the shop there on the side. Maybe he doesn't know that. He actually
Perhaps.
sends it out with the courier.
Does he have
Oh, there's
Willowkeeper?
a swap on the Moira. Shards of Argon comes out. He gets the Vortex off. Now he is probably just gonna die here. I got some rocks to show you.
He's got shown some rocks. What
Parasite,
item is
4,300
this?
gold.
Oh
Please
my
buy an
god.
item. It's probably going to be Sheepstick. He's probably saving up gold, but
Right.
man, that is so much gold to be. That is their entire. Well, they're actually still losing in gold, but
That's
that
yeah,
is
that's a
making their
W.
their lead on Legion even better. Now you
Oh,
could say Puppet has 6k gold though as well.
right. He only has one
And we might have
buyback,
a
so
fight brewing
I
down here as Monkey King's leading the way with the Bound Eye. There's the dust coming in. Hellflower goes in on the Glacius. And he's going to get Puppet Showed. He did not get his Shrunken head off, and that is going to be a quick kill on the Monkey King. He did not Shrunken. Parasite gets
oh Parasite.
Kelfielded. He will probably get his TB stopped there. There's the Kelfield, or the Storm Spirit, excuse me. And that's a double tap coming in from Big Ego Crew. That was a numbers advantage simply for them as well, as that was a 3 versus 2 fight. 4 versus
Big
2 actually is. Glacius did die. There
Gigantic.
was that a Resto Stone picked up on the puppet?
That was a resto stone on Puppet.
Holy
After that,
moly, that's a
very
big pickup.
interesting.
He actually values that over the similar rage, which you could definitely argue that that is quite good. It is a lot of buttons to press, but having double Shrunken, double Hellflower, double Voodoo Puppet is quite nice.
Yeah, for sure. He's gonna be dealing some very sustained damage in the fights, and as well as burst damage. And he's gonna be a very big threat in the base for the Hellborn.
Bubbles has a sheepstick, by the way, so we're seeing the big,
Oh
tier
yeah.
3, tier 4 items, whatever you want to call them. Call them the
Malikan
big,
has a
the big
symbol of
items.
rage,
Yes, sir.
so he completes
He's
that.
got the Holy Trinity, the Shrunken, Demonic
As
symbol
well.
combo. Just needs maybe like a damage item now, maybe something like a Rift Shards or some kind of damage item.
I wouldn't mind a Rift Shard. That will be quite fun.
Rift
Alright,
Shards
he runs out
is
of Bible.
generally very good on Malikan, but I think it'll have to depend on what Drunken and Puppet buy.
Hmm.
Drunken hasn't had an item change in a while. He does have 2,400 gold. Something like
Yeah,
a portal
he's.
key or a hellflower come to mind. Um,
Mm, yeah, not much else to be honest comes to mind when drunken. Maybe you could buy. This is gonna be a bit of a limp here, but maybe you could buy a Frostwhip Blade
hmm,
because I see a
not
lot of
a
other
bad
people
item
on the
against
Hellborn.
Monkey King and Malikan.
Yeah.
Oh, they jumped the what was that? A Glacius illusion?
Yeah, it was one of the gracious.
Real
The other one
Glacius is gonna
is.
run into Monkey King here, and that's a dead Glacius.
And that's the Andro.
It's a dead Andro, so both teams trading supports.
Seems
Here
to be
comes a
using
Hellflower from
Hellflower.
Meraxis. Parasite is here as well. Can they lock down the Drunken? There's a Quake Stun, and they will burst down the Drunken Master. He does have a buyback, though. Mid lane Puppet Master. He is shrouded here. I don't think that they know he is here. We have Bubbles in the area. They're thinking about maybe going in. No, Bubbles is going to get the hell out of Dodge. As Parasite was actually leading the way in a Wild Hunter. Um, did he just a
Puppet gets
buyback on the
Hellflower
Parasite?
and
He
then
did.
Monkey King from Fog. Oh,
Sheepstick
Puppet.
on the Parasite. Hellflower comes in from Monkey King. Bubbles is
And
doing a nice job of juking the trees. There's the buyback from the Drunken Master. They will get the kill on the Parasite. There's Malikan, though, but he is in the Arcane Vortex. He has his Shrunken Head activated, and they're going to try to hold their ground here. There is Drunken using the lunge. Meraxis comes in with a quick stun. Malikan, no, he cannot turn it around in time. The Majax blows up. There is some decent damage, but Big Ego Crew wins this fight. It's a genocide. So that dive coming in. The buyback, though, from Shortcan
uh,
on the Drunken was huge.
it almost felt like Hellborn just kind of forced themselves to continue fighting there when Malikin jumped in. When half of his teammates were already like, I'm going back. So
Mhm.
Malikan didn't really get the symbol of. He popped it the last second, but he was instantly bursted down right after, so didn't get any lifesteal value out of it.
Mhm.
So unfortunate fight for Hellborn and Legion. Don't think they have any buybacks on Hellborn. Okay, they
Buyback
one
on
on
the
Parasite.
Parasite. Now this 4,000 gold that Parasite was holding on to, it just went to 2 buybacks. So really unfortunate. He did not get to pick
Yeah,
up
could have
another
been a
item.
huge item. Yeah, but now it's just
And
too late.
these Raxes are taking a beating. No buybacks on the Meraxis, Monkey King, or Malik. And this,
Never.
I think it's going to be at least 2 Raxes. I mean, I don't want to say this is going to be
35 seconds until
Mega
the full
Creeps.
course. Very. Such a tough
There's a
burst
Codex
from
on the Drunken.
Hellborn.
He takes some good damage.
Yeah. Not a lot Hellborn could do at this point to stop these pushes, and now they only have one tank left, so this game just swung very, very heavily in Big
Looks like
Ego's
they're
favor.
TPing
Well,
to do Kongor. Gonna check out the area with the Boundai. There is a DD rune here. I don't know if they're gonna check that out or not. Actually, Puppet Master's gonna walk right past that. That's gonna be a very quick Kongor kill as he's hitting for 500
Gon
per hit.
gets this.
Oh my god, look at the attack speed from the Puppet Master as well. Finishes his symbol. He's more or less item capped now. He could sell the steam boots for something, but I
Did
don't
he
know
go
if he
for
wants.
speed or damage? He went for speed, interesting, as he would boost his spell damage with the Voodoo Puppet, right? So that's
It's all
also
damage
probably a
sources from the
viable
hero,
route.
so
Yeah.
yeah. Auto attacks, spells, yep.
So I would imagine that's also a viable route to chase the speed
Drunken,
damage
he's
before
gonna. They actually missed the dust on him.
just casually farming away. Oh, but they do spot him with the water side, freshly based by KGE, but not gonna be able to catch him as Drunken's still very slippery.
Hmm. Moira Forge in the be spawned here. It's Codex right away. Zing!
Yeah, I think teams have learned it now that you can use spells in the Moira illusion. And fight is brewing top lane. Yeah,
Bubbles
this is
leading
gonna
the
be
way with
very
the
close.
Boundai. They get
Dang.
another ward up in their jungle. Bubbles shell surf in the way. Here comes a jump from Parasite. He just used
What?
the Codex. He gets sheep though. Here comes the Shunkins from Puppet and Drunken Master. Swap out on the Malikan. Malikan falls. He does not have a
Great
buyback.
spot. Dang.
Doesn't get off his Shrunken. Very anticlimactic finish to this game as I think the end is very near. Parasite goes down there. Monkey King in the Vortex comes out with the Shunkin. He's jumping around, but he's got to face the entire Big Ego crew team. Puppet Master's going to survive very low on life. Glacius on the top of the cliff, channeling the rain from downtown.
Oh
And
dear.
that's going to do it, Ramity. We see at the 52 and change minute mark, the fight here going to conclude that one. Big Ego crew takes it. They're going to win the series 2 games to nothing here with this victory. But final thoughts here on game 2?
Very well played by Big Ego Crew. I think they played very mechanically, very few mistakes. At the same time, cannot really count out Willowkeeper. They did play well for the major part of the game, but didn't manage to progress in items as much as Big Ego Crew did when they picked up the sheep sticks, those Puppet picked up the resto stone, and all they picked up in that kind of time frame was a symbol in the Malik, and they didn't manage to get any other item on anyone really. So the big late game swing favors Big Ego Crew, and they are a way more experienced team playing late game. So it really showed there that the gameplay experience for of Big Ego Crew.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I have to agree with you. Willowkeeper was looking good for some parts of that game, but definitely struggled making it into the later parts of the match. So that'll do it for the replay cast, and I just want to thank you for joining me as I typically do these in my spare time by myself, but you were very courteous
Anytime.
here to me to come on for a replay cast, and well, I'll be seeing you over the weekend for the Clan Tour tournament, so that'll be a lot of
Leave a
fun.
like and subscribe.
That'll be thanks for that. That'll be a lot of fun. So thanks again um, for joining me here. But that will do it for game 2 between Big Ego Crew and Willowkeeper.